Hi there, and welcome to Optimize Every Day, where a 1% improvement makes for big changes. So, we're on basically episode 3 of this Avatar video series that we're doing. And today we went and looked at Caroline's process of building a video. Unfortunately, she was pressed for time, so I was unable to video the process, which is unfortunate. It's something I had wanted to do, but we didn't get there. Caroline, what was anything that you did differently in this new video that you made versus what you have done on previous videos?
So I added in music this time for sure, which is a big difference. I also I did it at a later time than I normally do it, in a different spot, as well as I made it a little bit less of what I normally do. I made it a little bit more family friendly, I guess is how I'd put it.
Okay.
Because you said that you thought that it could be good for families, so I did a little less autism and a little more atypical autism.
Okay.
Like I took stuff that was kind of like good but not.
So now we have you've produced the video, you've put it out there. We'll put the link to that where you can find that video down below. It is on TikTok. As far as when you were developing your script, I know sometimes you have AI help you to refine your work. Did you change how you use the AI in refining your script?
I gave it a little more instructions. So I was more specific.
Okay.
Than I usually am. I'm usually like, oh, let me just get this done because I have to be up at 7 a.m. type of thing. Because like usually I get home at like, typically I do like a 7:30 to 10, or I'll do like, or not 7:30 to 10, sorry, a 7:30 to like 2, maybe 6 sometimes. I've stayed there till 5:30. It all depends on when they need me, so I never know what especially now with our new store manager and everything changing, it's crazy over there. But yeah, there's a lot going on, so I have to really like make it for the week and be consistent.
So do you feel like when you actually got to recording the video, that didn't feel any different, right?
No, because usually I'm pressed for time because I have to hurry up and just do it, because otherwise because I'm an overthinker. I don't know about anyone else, but I overthink things, and then I don't get to
I know you recorded it at least 3 times, so
yeah.
Is that normal in your process to record, 3?
It depends on how much time I have. Like today I had a little bit more time than I usually have, so I took my time. Also, the fact that we were trying to use the selfie stick that we're using right now, and I'm not used to that. I usually just makeshift a stand, so that didn't help my process. So we had to like reset it, and then I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna do it my normal way, the way that is easiest for me. So like, really, you have to find the way that's easiest.
So you went through a process here and tried some new things, and you went, and went back to what you had tried and true.
Yeah.
And you utilized AI in such a way that do you feel like it improved your content?
I think so, because my content, like I said, my content is just supposed to be humorous and fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And I feel like having a script, because even comedians, if you look at when they usually have it more memorized, but comedians sort of have like a script that they're set to, and you see them with a notebook, and sometimes they'll look into their notebook and then they'll tell a joke. That's because all their stuff is pre-scripted.
Yeah, obviously, they write all their material and then they learn it.
And my stuff is supposed to be just a lighthearted mental health type thing that can maybe give you ideas of what you can do when you are having a hard time in a way that's kind of funny and lighthearted and cutesy and in its own way. And it doesn't. I'm not looking at perfection. Like if you guys look at my videos, like most of them are kind of just rough drafts. I'm just seeing what is well liked, and I think this first video I've already gotten, the video that I just did that I redid multiple times. Actually, so far I think it has 3 views.
Well,
which is
that's
pretty good.
That's because you've only had it up for what, half an hour now.
Yeah, but I usually get 0 views for 24 hours, so.
Well, that's an improvement then.
Yeah.
So, as far as this process that we're going with you with the creation of the avatar and trying to get to the clients or your focus area group, do you think that this process has been helpful at all, or do you think it's just been just a waste of your time?
I don't know.
Be honest.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't, like I said, I use AI, which makes it a lot easier, and then I just edit where it needs to be edited, and generally 98% of the time, I don't have to edit very much, because most of it, I mean, if I'm specific enough, if you are specific enough, and you know what you're wanting already, then all you have to do is put in the specific things that you're wanting and make sure that you know what you want. And the AI is good at finding anything and everything on the internet that you can find in 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, and also then you come back in and then you just modify things just ever so slightly to get it so that it's your vibe kind of thing, where you're the one in control of this, not AI. AI is just a tool, right? And then you have to make it your own, because when if you use AI strictly, then it's just what AI creates, whereas when you go in and just use it as a tool to help you, like me, when I use AI,
I'm going to give a good example of what you're trying to say. So there was somebody who has an AI where you can make videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I helped somebody named Rick to make his reels out of that, and he did not know how to do it. He didn't do it properly. He would do all this stuff and think, oh, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. It would be very specific. Whereas there was this other TikToker who did something, the exact same thing, but a different idea that was just better. He made it so you made something like, let's give it for example, South Park. He took the AI, he said, okay, I want a live action movie in South Park with these characters. Can you make this for me? And he made those, and it was very specific. And he's made it into a trailer. So all of his videos are just trailers of these live action, really popular cartoons. Like South Park, as I said, is an example. There's The Simpsons he's made The Family Guy into live action. It's really interesting what he's made. And you could even do something like that and say, okay, I want a live action season 1, episode 6 of South Park in live action with these characters, and make it really funny.
That you can do. I find that when you use AI in that form and matter, then you're relying on AI to be the real creator. And
Yeah, but even if he were to, let's say, like, yes, he is relying on that, but he still has to, let's see, he still has to make sure he has the right episodes. Let's say that he has to make sure it's the right season if you do something like that. The only thing the AI is doing is adding in the voices and the characters and creating the action in it. You're physically doing the work to post it, edit it, anything else that needs to be done. Because the AI can only do so much. Like, let's say, like, oh, it adds in this character, but it has a glitch in it. Because I know, like, AI has glitches where it'll, like, when it's making music or sounds or things like that. So I know, like, this guy, like, it couldn't get the voices right. So what he did is he added in the voices separately so that he could get the right voices, because ain't no way AI can't do that. For the specific reason is it has to go through them and all these voices and change them.
Right.
So, like, yes, AI can do a lot, but right now it cannot, like, complete and utterly, like, parrot. That's what I would put it, parrot. It can't
copy exactly.
Yeah, so you're not going to get an exact copy of something.
Well, and that's a good thing, because you want to have any content that you're creating, you want to make it your own.
Yeah.
This content is my own. There is some takeoff from other things that I have used. But definitely this idea of improving just 1% every day is taking, and in your case, you're looking at things that will help you behaviorally, 1%, or in your work-life balance area, 1%, your social activities improving 1%. You don't have to do all of that every day. You're just looking for a 1% improvement all the time. And when you improve 1% every day, when you get to 100% or 100 days, you've made a complete 100% improvement on yourself.
Well, and the videos that I'm making in there are also based on my Diagnostunes channel. Because I want to bring things into it that are going to be different.
Well, it gives you an opportunity to cross-market your products.
Yeah. I want to have T-shirts at some point and, like, advertise different things. But right now, I really want to get content out that people will like. And once Halloween is over, I'm going to shift it over to Christmas.
So it looks
seasonal.
like you're developing a plan on how to make this operate and function better. So sounds to me like you're working your plan and you're making improvements. Are the improvements happening as fast as you want all the time? Probably not.
My Diagnostunes channel is the hardest one, though, because that one is like, it's really delving into that mental health. It's not as lighthearted.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have some reliance on other people as well. When you do something like this, where it's, I can literally do this by myself, and when I rely on other people, it makes it a little bit harder because I'm not.
Well, yeah, because I'm using a licensed counselor so we can get an accurate perspective.
Right.
Because I really want to, like, bring a really fun and entertaining thing to, like, these characters and show that, okay, even though they're acting, these are who these people really are. These are, like, as characters, these are who they are, and they do have the issues. It's not like they may have gotten a happy ending and all of these things, but they're not perfect. They're not
But at the end of the day, you're wanting to provide a content that people enjoy
Yeah.
and want to look at and listen. And so
Well,
when
for
you-
writing a content that's going to show awareness more than anything, I would say.
that I agree. So you have
I want something entertaining because if it's not entertaining,
People
if I
will
just
watch.
people will watch it and then it's not spreading awareness because that's the thing. People are from the day they're born are greedy. They start off asking for milk, asking for their mother, asking for this, and it never really goes away. Even though you can be the kindest person someone knows, can be giving so much. You from their perspective, you might be this great person, and then you might go
Right.
home and go to your wife and be beating her up too. I'm not saying
Right.
that's happening. I'm just saying that that's what nice people get. Like you have to
Yeah.
be greedy to some extent.
yeah.
That can be in any way, but that's how people naturally are. That does not. I hate that people act like that's such a bad thing because we start off that way and it's not a bad thing. You can be greedy and be kind.
Yeah, there is definitely a balance for hedonism and altruism,
Yes.
for sure. And having that balance and being able to speak to what
And I
your
love the way
needs
you
are.
use those words, hedonism and altruism, because people don't always know the difference.
Well, hedonism is the one where you're very selfish, and altruism is the one where you're giving.
Yeah, and you give too much, you're either gonna one kill yourself because you're giving too much, or you're gonna go in home and do something horrible.
Well,
There's a give
that's
and
not
take.
necessarily true, but
There's some rare angels out there, but they're guardian angels. I wouldn't even call them human.
But anyway,
I think we got off track.
yeah, we got a little off track. Again, your new video is out, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna encourage you to take a look at Caroline Castor and her new video, we hope you'll like this and you'll subscribe. When are you planning on producing your next video?
Well, I have pre-produced videos on days that I haven't had time. Probably my next video I'm gonna do either on Sunday or
So you're looking several days out.
yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can plan a time where we can record some of your process.
I'm probably gonna be doing my next couple of videos on the days that I do them. So if they want to look at one of my video processes, they can do that.
So I'd like to, capture a little bit of that and show some of that to my audience, so they can see what your process is.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. We're talking like 5 or 6 minutes.
Well,
maybe.
it takes me less time to make the videos than you think I did, because my videos are only 1 minute to 2 minutes long.
Yeah. It takes longer to prep everything up than it does to make the
Well, I didn't
video.
even prep anything. I just kind of make the script.
Yes, you
and-
did.
Well, I
You
did, but I do
script
I
and-
do the script like 3 days before. Typically, I'll do like multiple scripts all at once. Like I had that script done in less than 5 minutes, literally, because I just edited like small parts. I really don't edit the script all that much because I edit it while I'm recording. If you saw, I didn't follow the script to a T. Like there
Right.
were some things that I changed because editing the script doesn't make sense. It takes too much time and energy to do that when I can just edit on the go. Because the thing is that's where it becomes human. That's where it's not AI. It's when you bring in your humanness. I'm gonna make that word up, humanness, into it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is when you develop your script with AI, you're refining it down to something that makes sense in your head.
Yeah.
And then you can see where you can take that and make it your own through some internal editing when you're in the recording. Because you
Yeah.
don't have to follow what the script says exactly.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it feels robotic and a little difficult, or not fluid.
Yeah.
But when you do it and
Sorry.
you're making it your own and you're talking through your video, you get that motion and movement that's not in the script,
Yeah.
but it makes a difference. And then you don't have to use the exact words. You have to use words that make sense to you. And
that's part of where I need to edit sometimes, where like inside of my videos when I'm talking, sometimes I'll use a word that I don't use all the time. And so I'll, like in this second video, I tried to use existential dread. And I don't use existential all the time, so you could hear the difference. Whereas if I had to just use existence or something that I knew already, like dread, my dread, or something that I use on a more regular basis, that's where I could have edited. And that's the only thing that I'd say I'd really change.
so, that's an area where, getting to have a larger vocabulary, improving your
Well, I know the
vocabulary.
word, that's not the issue, it's that,
It's the speaking of the words and being.
yeah. See, that's
used-
one thing with my autism that I do have. I have a hard time pronunciating some words, and I hate it because I don't know why that is, because I've always had trouble with particularly S's, like existential, and X's, existential, like those types of words where it's just like valid. I don't know what that is, but I think most people have a hard time with that word, but I have a really hard time with those types of words.
Well, so do you feel you've gotten 1% improvement from the last video to the present?
Yeah, but I think all my videos have been getting better.
As you do more, that is absolutely true. You will get better because you become more comfortable and
Yeah.
more fluid and more able. So, literally doing things over and over and over again, that repetition is part of your improvement process. You can't drive a nail into a piece of wood consistently straight all the time unless you're using that hammer continuously. Are you
Or
going to
your
bend over a
Thor.
nail?
Or your
Sure.
Thor.
Well, yeah, Thor, one hammer, one hit and it's in.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just saying, yeah, joking, because
but not everybody has the dexterity nor the weight of a hammer that can drive a nail in one whack.
yeah. Anyway, we're kind of out of time, right?
We're reaching the end of time here. So we're going to wrap this up, and thank you for joining us, and like and subscribe and comment, and I will comment back, and have a great time.
Have a
We're
good
out.
one. Thanks.